Hey, how do you know that guy truly loves you or that lady truly loves you? In today's video, I'm going to share with you what love is and what love is not. So if you want to know more, stay tuned till the end. And don't forget, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, leave a comment below, and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, welcome to the Love Lane Talk channel. My name is Sarah Onayemi. I am a trained counselor and your best relationship coach. So on this channel, I talk about all things relationships. If you want to know how to improve your relationships, or you even want to be better, or even get it right with marriage, this is the place for you. So don't forget to subscribe. So let's get right into today's video. So today I'm going to be sharing with us what love is and what love is not in a relationship. And the reason why I am actually sharing this is because some of the things that I hear about people that are dating or in courtship or engaged or even newlyweds, I have conversations day in, day out with some of these categories that I just mentioned, and especially people who are dating or they are just seeing each other, and I ask questions like, oh, how do you know this person truly loves you? Okay, how do you know this person is the right person for you? A lot of times the responses that I get just seems to me that a lot of people in relationship don't really understand what true love means. And the reason why this bothers me a lot is because I have seen people end in relationships that they shouldn't have even been in the first place. I have seen people, end in marriages that they shouldn't have even been in the first place. Okay, so for example, I was talking about newlyweds, or I've even seen like people that have been married for quite some time, and I see the things that happen in their marriage, and I constantly ask myself questions. Is this a new thing that just started happening in your marriage, or these things have been there even before you got married? And most times the responses that I get is, yeah, I actually saw these things, but I just didn't know it matters. I didn't know it was a big issue. I didn't know what to do with it. And he or she constantly tells me that they love me. Okay, and it just really breaks my heart, because being in a relationship that is unhealthy can be very detrimental to our mental health. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm sharing this video. So if you are in a relationship, or you're even considering one, I think this video is going to be useful for you to help you know whether a person truly loves you. Okay, because many times it's easy for people to say, I love you, I care for you, or I cherish you. But I've always said that it's very important that we separate what people say from what they actually do. Okay, or separate how you feel from what is actually happening in the relationship. So when someone or your partner tells you they love you, you want to look at their actions. Okay, you just don't want to listen to what they are saying, or I love you, I cherish you. What exactly are they doing in the relationship? Does their action matches what they say? Okay, so that's the reason why I'm doing this video. And don't forget, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share. So the first thing that love is love doesn't insist on its own. When you're in a relationship and your partner is constantly insisting that you do things in their own way, then that is not love. Love considers the other person. So Let's take for instance, they are constantly talking about themselves, how they feel, what they don't like to see in the relationship, what they want to improve. I mean, it's okay to have conversation about how you want to improve your relationship, but it has to be mutual. The moment it is not mutual and it's just a one-sided thing, then that is not love. Because when you're in a relationship, it's both of you that are in it, and whatever decision, whatever you want to make, you're supposed to be doing that together. So if you're in a relationship and the guy or the lady is constantly insisting that things are done in their own way, then that's not love. Okay, if they don't consider how their actions or their inaction actually affect you, the only thing they consider or the only thing they focus on is how they feel, is themselves. Okay, because love is not selfish, love is selfless. If they truly love you, they are going to put things on the table for you to discuss and then have a mutual agreement. They are going to ask you questions like, oh, how do you feel about this? How does this affect you? And they are just not considering themselves. So love does not insist on its own. So if you're in a relationship and the guy or the lady is always insisting that you do things in their own way, then it's time to reconsider if that's the right place for you to be. The second thing that love is, love believes the best, okay, of each other. Love believes the best of others. So when you're in a relationship and the person you're dating or you're engaged with is constantly focusing on the things you're not doing right, the things that are not going right, then that is not love. I understand the place of improvement, being a better person and growing together when you're in a relationship. But of course, we also know that we're all a work in progress, right? We're all growing and becoming better. So when you're in a relationship and the person constantly focuses on your weakness, they constantly focus on the things that are not right. For example, they constantly maybe talk down on your appearance. They constantly talk down on how you look, or maybe your shape or your body size. They don't feel comfortable about that, or they are not comfortable with your background. And when I mean your background, I mean your family of origin. They constantly talk down on your family of origin, maybe because some things are not right, things are not going well, and they constantly talk down on that. Then that is not love. Okay, because in marriage, or when you're getting married to someone, you're getting married to the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's something that we need to understand. So when you're in a relationship and the person constantly talk down on some of these things that are not okay, maybe in your family of origin, okay. And one thing that I know for sure is we all cannot choose our families. And there is no family on earth that has gotten everything. There is no family on earth that has it all, that is perfect. Okay, so if you're in a relationship, the guy doesn't feel comfortable with your background, maybe some things that have that has happened in your life in the past or happened in your family, and they constantly talk down on that. They don't even talk about the good things that you're doing, or they don't talk about your strengths. They constantly focus on the things that are not right. Then that is not love. I hope you know that in marriage, as much as you're going to know each other while you are dating, but when you get married, there's going to be a lot of surprises. Okay, surprises, not necessarily something bad or something negative, but there are things that you didn't know about. You didn't have like a full picture about your partner, that you're going to see more of that in your marriage. And the beautiful part about love is that you keep believing the best of each other, even when you get married and you start seeing some of those surprises, okay? And when I mean surprises, I'm not talking about abuse or whatever. I'm talking about, oh, you didn't know this is the depth of, his background, or you didn't know this is the depth of this, weaknesses, and then you just keep the journey going, okay? So if right now that you are in a relationship, you are still dating or courting, and they don't feel comfortable about how you look, they don't feel comfortable about your family of origin. I mean, you never created yourself, right? You didn't choose your family. They don't feel comfortable about maybe your intelligence. They think you're dull or whatever. They just don't feel comfortable about that. They don't feel comfortable about how you do things, and they just get irritated. And you see these things. This is not love, okay? Love believes the best of others. The number 3 thing that love is that love is kind, okay? No matter how you actually want to, be loved or perceive love to be, okay, love is kind. And sometimes when I think about these things, I actually ask myself questions. Why is it that people don't really understand these things? Why is it that a lot of people don't understand what love is and what love is not? There are 2 possibilities that I think why this is happening. The first possibility is that it could be that somebody has been abused and they really don't know what love is, or they have been taught wrongly what love is not. So no matter how you want to be loved or how you perceive love to be, these things are not negotiable. If it's not in your relationship, then that's not love. So love is kind, okay? So you're currently in a relationship, and the person you're dating constantly and intentionally abuse you physically, emotionally, mentally. That is not love, okay? If you look at your relationship and you can really pick more of the negative words that your partner says to you more than the good things they said about you, then it's time for you to reconsider. Because when you get married, your best cheerleader should be your partner. So if right now they say derogatory words to you, they tear you down, they make you feel less of yourself, then that is not love. If they abuse you physically, okay, or they abuse you emotionally, they constantly say things that make you feel less of yourself, this is not love. I really don't care how you want to say, oh, the guy does this for me, he's doing that for me, or the lady is doing this for me. If they constantly abuse you, then that is not love, okay? Like I said earlier, I have had conversations with people that are dating, okay, and people that are newlywed, and I've even seen people that have been married for a long time, and I see the verbal, the physical abuse that happened in their marriage, and I question, when did this actually start? Is this just a new thing that is happening in your marriage? And they tell me they actually saw some of these things, but they just didn't know it was a big deal. They didn't know it was a big deal, okay? So when your partner constantly abuses you, that is not love, because love is kind. The 4th thing that love is that love is sacrificial. And honestly, we cannot rule this out when it comes to relationship. Show me a relationship without sacrifice, and I will tell you this is not love, okay? There is no love without sacrifice. And when I mean sacrifice, this has to be mutual. It's not going to be a one-sided thing, okay? So if you're in a relationship and your partner constantly gives you reasons why they can't make sacrifices for you, then that is not love. Because in marriage is a very long journey, Okay, in fact, it is just the beginning that you know. We don't pray to see the end of our marriage, right? So it's the beginning of marriage that you know. You actually don't know how far that's gonna go. So if right now in your relationship sacrifice is missing, then nothing is going to change when you get married. A lot of people think that marriage actually starts the day you walk down the aisle and you exchange rings and all of those oaths and whatever. That's not the beginning of marriage. The beginning of marriage is your courtship. The beginning of marriage is what you do when you are engaged. Okay, so when you are engaged and sacrifice is missing in your relationship, kindness is missing in your relationship, there is abuse in your relationship, nothing is going to change when you get married. Yes, nothing is going to change. So you need to watch out for that. And if you are currently in a relationship right now, you want to ask yourself, is there sacrifice in your relationship? Is there kindness in your relationship? Like, what does it look like? You need to scan your relationship through so that you would know if you are actually in the right place. Okay, so sacrifice is very crucial when you are in a relationship, whether it's a sacrifice of time or sacrifice of money or whatever, just name it. I know every relationship is different, but sacrifice is very, very crucial. You don't want to continue to listen to excuses as to why the person you're dating cannot make sacrifices for you. Okay, it's understandable if they don't have the ability to do it. Okay, but if something that you think they can do and they constantly make excuses as to why they are not making that sacrifice for you, then it's time for you to reconsider. The last thing, okay, that love is that love is generous. Okay, love is generous. When you are in a relationship, it is expected, okay, when you say you love someone, that you actually share. And whatever I say, I mean, it has to be mutual. It has to be on both sides. It should not be a one-sided thing. And away with social media thing or maybe a cultural thing that makes it look as if when you're in a relationship, the only person that should be doing all the work or the financing is the guy. No, love shares. Okay, remember I said love is kind. So if you actually love someone, you're going to share whatever you have. You're going to share your time. So if you're in a relationship right now and your partner is not even generous with their time, they constantly tell you they have work to do, they have things to do, they have friends to hang out with, and they just are not generous with their time, nothing is going to change when you get married. Okay, because love is generous. Or they are not even generous with their money. Okay, if you love someone, you're going to share your resources, you're going to share your money, you are going to share the things that you have. So if you are dating right now and your partner finds it difficult to share their resources with you, nothing is going to change when you get married. In marriage, you're going to do a lot of sharing. Yes, a lot of sharing. You're going to share from your matrimonial bed to, you're going to share a lot of things. So if your partner is finding it difficult to share things with you right now, okay, they constantly maybe don't even check on you, they constantly don't even care whether you exist, then that is not love. Okay, so I want you to look at all of these things that I've said. And if you are currently in a relationship right now, I want you to scan your relationship through some of these things that I've said. Is there generosity in your relationship? Is there kindness in your relationship? Does your partner believe the best of you? Is there sacrifice in your relationship? Do they really consider your opinion when it comes to doing things? So I hope this has helped. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also leave a comment, okay, in the comment section below, so that we can all learn together. If you've had some of these experiences, or if that's currently happening in your relationship, please just share what you think, share your opinion, or what are other things that I did not even mention in this video that you think love is. I'm happy to read your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Till I come your way again.